Deborah Pruitt, anthropologist, author, and accomplished organizational consultant, presents a cultural solution that inspires and educates people on the most enduring challenge of all: how to bring people together to work in a way that both maximizes results and creates enriching experiences.
My commitment is that people have great places to work that are really productive, effective, and feel good, and actually are supportive to the individuals in the group. And so that's why I work on questions about how to create better collaboration, that kind of cooperation and camaraderie that makes things happen and helps people grow and do well. Powerful collaboration isn't automatic. It doesn't happen just because well-intentioned people come into a room together with a similar purpose in mind. In fact, they may not even have as similar purpose as they think they do, right? That's what sometimes breaks it down. It does require time and attention and intention. I mean, all groups benefit from this kind of effort. And this is not just about groups that are dysfunctional and sick and troubled. It's also, if your group or your organization or your business is going really well, then you're just in a position to take it to the next level. Those of us in the fields that talk about culture a lot, we talk about it as the water we're swimming in. The whole set of ideas and beliefs and attitudes and experiences and all the meaning that we place on all of that guide what we choose to do, what we believe is right, what we think is appropriate behavior in any moment. And so we call it the water we're swimming in because usually we're not thinking about it at a conscious level. You all came in today and sat down in chairs. Nobody pulled out a grass mat, rolled it out on the floor to sit down. So that's your culture, to come into something like this and sit in a chair. And that's something you didn't have to think about. Let's see, how should I behave in this moment, right? So I'm going to bring some things up from under the surface that are present in your groups and in your businesses that you just might not be consciously thinking about. And when we do that, we get some power in them, and you can change you decide whether it's working for you or not. Okay. That's why the CEO of that hospital brought me in to work with his team, because his meetings were chaos, and he couldn't concentrate because people were talking over each other, interrupting, and he didn't know how to ask them not to do that and to create an agreement that their meetings were going to be more orderly. Now, I know you all are more sophisticated than that, but these things happen all the time. And when you make the request, then you can make a strong agreement. And it has to be explicit, and it has to be specific, and it has to be mutual. Now, you can have a mutual agreement that you're going to be in charge of XYZ. I work with small business owners. They're not giving over their business to everybody, saying how they want it to be. But they've made a mutual agreement, a very explicit agreement, that these are the things I'm doing and where my authority and control is, and here's what I'm needing from you. And then there are these areas where they work together, and it's very clear. That's all it takes. It's all this muddy area. It's usually not around the tasks. It's usually around the behavior that we get into trouble. And that's my mission in life, is to help people go, okay, we can actually ask each other to do what supports the work of it. These are the things that are happening, whether you're talking about it or not. So if you want some power in it, if you want a more powerful group, if you want to get more powerful results, if you want a better quality of life, let's talk about it. Let's figure out what works. What can work? Other people probably have some ideas too, and you'll come to a great solution.
Thank you.